Here we have a 2002 Land Rover Range Rover that is a perfect testament to taking care of your cars, because despite the way it looks, despite its questionable reputation, you'd be forgiven to wonder why Land Rovers don't have those older style odometers that are 5 digits instead of 6, because reaching 6 is a bit of a hit or miss kind of thing. This car has officially reached over 200,000 miles in 21 years on the road, which is really amazing considering the fact that, number one, it looks so nice. Number two, it's a Range Rover. Number three, it's built by Land Rover. And number four, it's a P38. It is the definitive Range Rover generation in my mind. It's perfectly well capable off-road, whilst also being a solid, luxurious daily driver. And that's exactly what the Range Rover is for. This one has a prehistoric looking navigation system in it, which is really cool. And it's also the Westminster edition, which came, among other upgrades, with some black covered wood on the interior and a whole black paint job on the outside. So if you like black on black cars like me and my dad do, it's a pretty good option. It's also really, really rare. In terms of issues, P38s are known to have head gasket problems on the lovely Rover V8 here, which is a great engine, except for when it blows its head gaskets, and various electrical computer malfunctions that will total the car mechanically, or electrically, you could say. But none of that matters today. We don't really care, because we are going to take this car on a road trip all the way down to St. George, Utah. If you're not from Utah, it's quite simple, really. I live in northern Utah. St. George is in southern Utah, on the very bottom corner. That's all you really need to know. Usually a lot warmer than Salt Lake City is. I'm looking forward to actually getting down to some nice sunny spring weather. If we make it down there, which we should, because it hasn't failed yet, we will hopefully end up doing some off-roading that you get to see. So this video is hopefully going to distract me from the anger and frustration that I'm feeling with my Freelander right now. Update on that coming next month. And hopefully it'll remind me that not all Land Rovers are bad, not all Land Rovers are unreliable, and it will remind me why these things are such deals at the low prices that they are right now. Here comes a nice little time lapse. Hopefully not interrupted by a breakdown.
Forward guidance of route.
Okay.
Bearing 106. Arrived at waypoint. Guidance to waypoint. Bearing 009.
So we made it to St. George, obviously. Now we're gonna do a couple trails down here. By trail standards, they'll be pretty weak, but it's at least enough to get out and enjoy nature for a minute. That's the idea, right? This isn't the actual trail, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is?
This is what a 2 looks like.
It's a level 2 trail. I could take my Volvo up this.
Thing says
Oh, there's a rock.
basically the car can do a level 2, so it's just a little rough. That was the only thing they had
like
down.
a level 3 though.
The only thing that book had in this area was this kind of road. Yeah, 2s. We're off pavement. We're not really off-road. We're off pavementing.
Yeah. Which way do we go? Fork in the road.
The waypoint's that way, so I'm gonna say we go this way. Oh. Ooh, that's pretty.
There's a good view right there. Zone up there.
It does look a little out of its comfort zone, doesn't it? Oh, come on. This is dirt.
It's pretty rocky now.
Yeah. This car was made for Africa, not for the streets of Detroit like this.
Yeah, I think it was made for the mall parking lots in California, but
Ooh.
it's quite steep. Oh, yeah. Uphill bit. Ooh, the power.
Ooh, look at that
There's the view.
That's nice. There's a tire killing rock right there.
That view is dangerous because it distracts you. You can just, the road turns around on you. Quite easily just drive off a cliff.
Up here, it's just
Maybe oh, here comes a Jeep.
Poo.
Bad timing.
Can we scooch over far enough?
You smell that? That's Range Rover.
Tilted your camera just a little bit, so it wouldn't focus on the. So it wouldn't focus on the wipers, but we're a little bit high up now.
How did I know you were gonna do that? I gotta get equipped real quick. There we go. Stay merged up.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I don't want my window to be up.
sob thing is probably bad juju.
And it's smooth. Well, when I say smooth. Well, it looks like 200,000 miles isn't enough to stop this big old British brute here. And despite everything, just driving around on dirt roads, beating on it all day, we didn't take it on any serious off-road trails, but it was enough to get the need for off-roading out of our systems and to see some pretty cool views. So we're feeling pretty happy about that. Now the car, today it did amazingly well, didn't have any hiccups, not even once. One thing is that, yes, this infotainment screen on the inside is really dated and old-fashioned. The off-road navigation is a really cool feature. You can insert waypoints, it tells you the direction, it tells you your exact location, stuff like that. Really, really cool little feature, even 21 years later on this car. So with that, we are going to drive it back home tomorrow, another 300 miles north of here, and it'll be another trouble-free trip for this car. I want to thank everybody for watching. Unless this is about to cut away to us on the side of the road on the way home, in which case I'll see you in a second. But if I don't, thank you for watching. Hope everybody has a marvelous day. Bye-bye. Here's what an off-road trail looks like from the perspective of a Freelander owner. Hoping there's a dealership up on top of this hill and they can repair my head gaskets for me.